Determine an inequality for the following graph. Alright, so for this one, it's a little bit strange just because our vertex is in a weird spot, so we're going to have to use the x-intercepts to build our equation for this parabola. So we have x-intercepts at 2 and negative 0.5. And so if we were to write this as a factored out thing, that would be x minus 2 and x plus 0.5. Okay, so the one last distinction we have to make before we can start building our equation is that this is a negative parabola. So when we're building it from x-intercepts, we have to throw in a negative at the front manually, okay? It won't just kind of magically work itself out. We have to put that negative in. So I'm going to go ahead now and FOIL this out. I'll leave the negative on the outside. So we have x times x, that's x squared, x times 0.5, 0.5x, negative 2 times x, negative 2x, and then we have negative 2 times 0.5, which is negative 1. Okay, so this is just about there. Let's just clean things up. X squared, we'll have negative 1.5x minus 1. All right. So now what we really need to do here is we need to convert this to vertex form. So we do that by completing the square. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we do first is we take our b term and we divide it by 2. In fact, what I'm actually going to do first is let's multiply this negative 1 in just to over here so that we can get this negative 1 out of the brackets. So this will actually become negative x squared minus 1.5x plus 1, right? So just multiplying that negative into here to get it out of there because we need this format for completing the square. So if we take our b term here, which is negative 1.5 or negative 3 over 2, and then we divide it by 2, we're going to get negative 3 over 4. And then we need to go ahead and square that, right? So this is going to give us 9 over 16. So that's going to be what we're adding and subtracting from our complete the square, right? Inside these brackets. So we have negative x squared minus 1.5x. And you know what? Just for the sake of consistency, I'll make this a fraction as well. 3 over 2x plus 9 over 16 minus 9 over 16. Plus 1. We need to get this negative 9 over 16 out of there. So we're going to multiply it by a negative that's out here to get it out of the brackets. We'll have x squared minus 3 over 2x plus 9 over 16. And then we'll have 9 over 16 plus, and let's just make this 16 over 16 so we can add it nice and easy. Okay, so last step, we just need to basically finish completing the square here. So as we can see, this is a negative. Our b term is negative, which is going to mean we're basically going to have x minus, and then we're going to use our b term divided by 2, which is 3 over 4. So we're going to have x minus 3 over 4. So we'll have this x minus 3 over 4 squared. And then we have plus 25 over 16. Okay, so finally we figured out our equation for the parabola. All we need to do now is find the orientation of our inequality sign. The shaded region is above this parabola, which means we're just going to say y is greater than our parabola. But there's one more thing we need to do. This is a solid line, so we have to make sure that we're including the boundary. Okay, so that's all for this one. I hope that helps. Thank you.